So with all the injuries happening to Chicago and all their guards, they went out and used their hardship contract to sign Markeisha Davis. If you're unfamiliar, she played for the New York Liberty last year on that championship squad. She's an extremely athletic guard, and that's something that we don't have anymore with Ariel Atkins being hurt. And the next up would have been Mick, and Mick is hurt. So they went out and got somebody that's athletic and that can play some defense. And hey, Q is fast. She is fast. I put it on Twitter. She's fast as lightning. So that's something the team is looking for. And she has a scorer mentality. So she can actually come in and get some points. She's experienced. She's been in the league for a year, so she's not a rookie. She didn't get the most burn playing for New York because you had plenty of guards, experienced guards on the squad, and they were a championship team. But there's still a lot of experience practicing against those players every day. So she is going to bring something to the table. And like I said, she's one of the fastest and quickest guards in the league. And that's something that we lacked, even with the point guards and guards we had. We lacked that athleticism, that quick. I think, to be honest, the only quick and athletic guard that we had was Ariel, and she's down. So Brandon Q is going to give us that athlete we've been kind of looking for. So as you can see, she is averaging basically a point a game, a half a rebound, and zero point 0.1 assist. And the thing with her is she just wasn't getting a lot of burn. She just was released, by the way, by New York, and so she just didn't get a lot of playing time this year. And last year was really, really spotty. Trying to remember some memorable plays. And I've been rocking with her since college. I knew who she was at Ole Miss. So again, this season she hasn't even broken double digits in minutes. So I don't know if Chicago plans to play her similar minutes that New York was playing her, or if she's going to come in and get an opportunity. But this could be a great opportunity for her. And even last year, it looks like she just didn't have, the opportunities weren't there from her playing behind Vandersloot and Sabrina, and just on being on the championship roster as a rookie, you're just not going to get that much burn. So we didn't get to see what she's really, really capable of. The most she scored was right here, 9 points, and she played 13 minutes. So given the opportunity, she can get some buckets up, and that was her best game of the year last year. So overall in college, she averaged 8 points and zero point 0.7 assists, shooting 44%. 25% from the 3 point line, and free throws are under 70%. And the thing with Q is she's not your three ball shooter, but she has a great handle. She can finish around the rim, and she likes shooting mid ranges. So think about Courtney Williams' game. A little less of a playmaker, but think about her being an offensive threat like Courtney Williams. That is her play style. The thing about college stats are, depending on who you are, those first 2 years, you might not get any burn, or it might be very, very limited time. So, of course, your college stats always look really low if you're that player. But once she transferred to Ole Miss and got the opportunity, she scored 10 points the first year there, and then her senior year, she started putting up 14 points a game. So she is somebody that, like I said, can score the ball, get the ball up. There's going to be a lot of middies, a lot of layups, which is something the Sky need right now. Somebody that can put pressure on the defense going downhill. Like I said, she's never been that big a facilitator, even in college and in the league. But that's something that could possibly be developed. As far as the signing, I actually like it. I know a lot of people wanted the Sky to grab. I think Odyssey Sims was one of the people everybody was talking about. And you got to realize Odyssey was going through something while she was in LA. I think she started missing games and things like that. So it seemed like there was something going on. And also, nobody else has even went after her. Shows you again, like there might just be something, she might be dealing with something, on the personal side or family side. So we don't know. And she might be done with the 7 day contracts. I know Marquisha's is a hardship, but it's a 7 day contract. And Odyssey is a vet, and she might not want to uproot her life for just a 7 day stint. What if the Chicago's like, we know Ariel's coming back, or I'm just saying hypothetically, we know one of these players is coming back, so you're only going to be here 7 days. That might not be something Odyssey really wants to do with herself at this time in her career. So Q is a feasible addition to the team. She's somebody that's going to come in, and if they give her playing time, she's going to give us what we're possibly looking for. But it's going to be interesting. We come in with a pretty strong schedule. We starting off playing the Lynx for like the 20th time. We have the link, so I don't know if she's going to get any playing time. But today, I think we need a big game out of Milla. Milla is the one with a physical advantage over this team. The Lynx aren't that big of a team, and if you really think about it, Q is almost the same size as Feet. Q is 6 foot. Feet is only 6'1". So Miller is going to have the advantage over the Lynx bigs. I forget who their starting centers. Who's the starting center? That's like on the tip of my tongue. We know Angel and Feet are going to battle it out. That's one of the best matchups to watch in the league. Not because I'm an Angel fan, but if you're a fan of ball, it's great to see somebody as tenacious on defense go as somebody as skilled on offense. As Angel being the defender and Fee being the offensive threat. That's a great matchup. It's must see TV, and then Angel's offensive game is developing a lot. And so for her to go after the defensive player of the year so many times in a row is actually good for her development and her to just keep showing that she's a threat and she's coming. So it's a great matchup. We're all excited to see it. We're a little tired of seeing it. It's like the fifth time they played in like 7 games, it feels like. But this game is going to rely on what Miller does. She can be the difference maker for the Chicago Sky going against this team because this is a championship team. They were just in the championship. They have plenty of guards. They have shooters. They have the MVP, if you believe she's the MVP. So that's a challenge for the Sky. Sky are what in the bottom 4 right now in the league as far as standings concerned. So to keep playing against this team, actually, in my opinion, is building confidence for the Sky to go at anybody else because they won one game and they played them close. I think all but one other game. Like we were really really close. I think the one we weren't close was the last game when everybody was injured. So this is a good matchup for us to start with because you may only consider one team better than the Lynx. So if we're gonna start out, get our second half of the season going, it's great to go against the Lynx. Start here at the top. So anybody else we have to play, we're gonna be confident going against them. So I hope we really can stick this win out. I think if Angels in that playmaking mode, but still focusing on going at feet and getting her buckets, and Miller's dominating in the paint, and if our shooters are on, we can go with anybody. But the thing we have to focus the most on is turnovers. That's the thing that if you watch our games, high turnover games, we lose. When we can control the ball, we win or we're in that game till the end. And so that's what we have to do is really focus on those turnovers. And hopefully Q can be a great addition to that because you got to catch her to make her turn the ball over, and that girl is hard to catch. So I'm excited to see what she brings to the table. Today is going to be an interesting game. I will shoot some content afterwards, just doing a review of what I thought of the game. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm AJ, no Mike. Peace.